People only like to hear what they want to hear. The truth is usually ugly, so they don't want to hear it. They want to hear their own version of it. Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy holidays. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are well on your side of the screen. Definitely, if you have not subscribed to this channel, if this is your first time tuning in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you turn on your post notifications so you don't miss any of my banging reviews, okay? Also, if y'all do like other types of videos, like beauty types, if you're a female or whatever, if you like those types of videos, then I do have my other channel, which is Samore Love TV. I believe the link will be in the description area, or I'll make sure I put it in there, okay? But it's Samore Love TV, just like this one, but this one has Samore Love Real TV. Boom. All right, so now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get into this episode. This episode was actually pretty good to me. Like, it had a lot going on, a lot of little things here and there, so, you know, I was definitely here for it. So it's homecoming weekend. You know, a lot of people, they having their families come over. Their families get to see what's going down. A lot of kids are also stressed because it's homecoming weekend, because there are some families, you know how they just have the toxic families where mom and dad are divorced. Maybe dad is the one paying for everything, but mom is really involved. So they both coming down and now they arguing, and now it's just looking like, damn, you know, like, this is the reason why I moved away and got away from y'all, so I don't have to hear this bickering and fighting. Like, it's just a reminder for them that they are the youth, you know, like, they're young or whatever, like, they're not fully grown-ups yet for the most part. So yeah, that's one thing that was happening. And Brayden is telling Tyreek that this is the perfect time to start selling that white stuff. You know what I mean? Because he feels like they'll be able to really get a lot sold because of all the toxicity that's going on. Like, a lot of people just going to want to unwind. They're just going to want to escape and just kind of get away. It's crazy how, like, they showed some of the families. Like, they showed light-skinned Keisha, I forgot her name on the show, but they showed her, they showed Lauren, they showed, like, different people with their parents, and their parents are, like, so much like them. It's like, okay, I see why you act like that, because, yeah, the apple don't fall far from the tree, you know? It's kind of like that. So I like how they kind of made the parents, you know, with the same type of level as the kids, or the same type of personalities, or similar personalities. Zeke, he went to go see Carrie at the school, and just to kind of let her know his fears about they're having, what is it called, like, recruiting. That's when they're doing that or whatever, the scouts are coming, and he's kind of nervous about everything. So he feels like he has that kind of relationship with her where he can confide in her. At first, she wasn't really too open to it, because she's like, what are you doing? We can't be doing this. Like, you're going to get me caught out there, you know? But she lets him in, and she does hear him, and she kind of helps him to relieve his worries. Kind of like, I guess, I don't want to say the mother figure that he never had, but, you know, she's a little bit of everything, because she's probably old enough to be his mom, but she's also cute and young looking and vibrant. So she's like the best of both worlds for him. I don't remember what happened to his parents, why he's staying with Monet, but obviously Monet is not his mom, and that's where he's staying, so something had to have happened. But like I said, if they mention it, it totally slipped my mind at the moment. Lauren, she was talking to Tyreek, and then, you know, she was actually inviting him to hang out with her family, even though I feel like her family, they ain't really favoring him too much. And her mom be throwing shade and stuff like that. Like, oh, they couldn't get your mom to be released for this week. Like, what are you talking about? Like, people could just come out, just out the blue, like, oh, I got something to attend for my son. Can I get out of jail? Like, no, bitch, you know it don't work like that. Like, you just being real shady right now and real messy because you know about his family situation. Okay? But Lauren was, like, privately talking to him real quick, just kind of trying to find out what went down last week, because remember, they was about to get hot and heavy, and all of a sudden he, like, started being a little weird with her because he didn't want her to see the blood that was on his shirt. So boom, 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 he about to, you know, talk to her, let her know what's up. Then in walks Effie, like, coming in like she's the long lost girlfriend from the past. Like, what are you doing? This girl done straight played him out, got him kicked out of school. Now she would have come popping up like, hey. So now she trying to see if she could get him to move weight with her in the campus. Like, pretty much teaming up with her. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? And he wasn't with it. He was just like, nah. Like, we not doing that. So the crazy thing is that now 2-Bit is out. 2-Bit was actually looking real fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was looking real cute or whatever. And he went to the school to go find Tyreek. And, of course, he pops into Lauren. Lauren's like, yeah, this is his cousin Tyreek. She's like, yeah, I know him, but he might be a little too busy to talk to you right now. He's never too busy for me. I'm family. She directs him where to go. Luckily, he was already by himself because he already had dismissed Effie. And homie done tried to yoke him up real quick. Like, homie was like, yo, you need to give me my money. He's like, I don't have money for you. He's like, well, yes, your pops owes me money. He's like, I see you got his Rolex on, so, you know, that's money right there. He's like, nah, you owe me $24K, and I want it. And you know what? I'm a reasonable dude, so I'm going to give you 24 hours. Like, $24K in 24 hours? Yo, they be talking some big money. Like, can I get some $24K? I mean, I'll give you a week, bro. Like, damn. They be moving that money, man. Like, dude is getting money. He just got out, you know, and he had piles of money already. I'm like, yo, he must have went straight back to what got him in jail, like straight back to the life. He had a burn on him and everything, so pretty much. Tyreek tells his mom that he needs to get money ASAP, but he didn't really want to tell her the reason why he needed to get money or whatever, but he did kind of tell her a little bit about the whole, what if there was somebody that you knew you couldn't trust, but you felt like it would be a lucrative partnership? So she tells him like, yo, I had to work with your dad even after he started cheating and doing his own thing. Like, I ended up working with him, and you know what I did? I made him trust me. See, that's how you play the game and how you switch it and flip it and reverse it. Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it in. I don't know, it just came into my head, y'all. But yeah, that's how they ended up doing it, was she made him trust her. Like, as opposed to, I'm putting my trust in you and now you might make me fail, or you might fail me. You know what, we're going to flip it around. I'm going to make you feel so confident in me that you trust me. That way, I'm the one calling the shots at the end of the day. So there's nothing you could do to hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust you anyway. I don't trust you as far as I could throw you. So whatever you do, I'm already kind of mentally prepared for it. You know? So that's kind of like what she did there. Kind of like some reverse psychology type of thing. So he does end up talking to Effie later on, and he gives her like a pity story about how he had to get money for his mom's lawyer within 24 hours, and it's really important. So, of course, Effie being a woman, you know, she's just like, all right, you know, you could have told me this. Like, I understand. Like, I didn't think you really wanted to work with me, but I'm happy that, you know, I could be here for you. You know what I mean? Like, she was really, like, she felt like she was doing something heroic by partnering up with him now. Like, now she feels like she's helping him out as opposed to the other way around. And she's like, you know, you could tell me anything. You know, like, now it's flipped. So he already knew what to expect from her. So it's working. Professor Jabari, he's just being super weird and creepy at this point. I mean, he done got the story that he needed from Tyreek, the one that he requested for the extra credit. And the way that Tyreek kind of worded certain things about, I think he said something about like his secret love or something along those lines. Oh, the person that he's in love with has a boyfriend, because at that moment he was talking about Lauren, I suppose. So Jabari, all of a sudden you see him mashing up the pencil. Like, dude, what are you doing? He's there, he broke it, and I'm like, why you? Like, dude, you're not even her boyfriend at the end of the day. Like, and I think in the story it also said, like, she was more feeling him than she was feeling her boyfriend. So I'm just like, he's not talking about her. But he's got it convinced in his head that Tyreek and Carrie are having a secret love affair. Like, he's totally, you can't tell him nothing right now. Dude even goes as far as to following Tyreek when Tyreek actually went to go see Drew, because Drew was trying to get the book bag with some products and stuff like that. And he saw him do that, and now he's like taking notes and stuff. He's also writing a whole like fictional story based on everything that he thinks he knows about Tyreek's life, as though he knows him like that. Like, dude, what? just pure weirdness, yeah, pure weirdness. So the crazy thing now is that Kane, he's trying to get someone to handle his dirty work and kill off Tyreek, because he feels like Tyreek is a threat to him, a threat to his family. So he's trying to like recruit people. He recruited the G2G people to be on his side and help him take him down. They picked the lowest guy that looks like he never killed nobody in his whole entire life. They picked him, try to motivate him. I'm like, if y'all really wanted to do it, why y'all didn't just do it yourselves? Like, Kane, I thought you was the big man. Like, what happened to you handling business? Why? Because you don't want it to go back to your mom, and for your mom to know that you trying to do stuff behind her back. You know, that's the problem, because you see that he's actually doing good things and helping the family out. So you don't want that. You don't want it to touch you. So you going to get somebody else to get them to do what you gotta do. Like, bro, get out of here. You fake. So now they have this dude go to the homecoming game or whatever, dressed like them, and trying to go get Tyreek. Tyreek realized, because the dude had some off-whites on, and they was mad bright, so it's like you standing out, because people on campus don't really, a lot of them don't really wear flashy stuff like that, because a lot of them, they're college students, they're trying to get by, or the rich white kids, they ain't thinking about that type of stuff for the most part. You know, like, a lot of that stuff is people from the hood, they wearing those types of things because they selling drugs, or they got money, and they want to prove that they got money, you know. So right there, Tyreek kind of figured out, like, nah, something ain't right here. So he kept on looking at the dude. Dude tried to look away, pretend like he wasn't, like, you know, clocking him, whatever, but he was. So Tyreek, at the end of the day, when he went back to go sit down, and he asked Monet and the family and them what they wanted from the concession stand, Kane talking about he wanted some nachos or something like that. Diana wanted some water. So he went out there, and dude was, like, running after him. So he ended up going to the pool area. But he was also trying to meet up with 2-Bit as well to give him the 24K. Boom, right there, dude cornered him. I'm like, Tyreek, you need to do something with your life. You need to go and take some lessons, because right there he was getting beat up. Like, if 2-Bit didn't come and save him when he did, I feel like Tyreek would have got his ass stabbed up. Like, he would have been joked up and bleeding on the ground, because, dude, he wasn't ready. Yeah, at least that's one thing that we know about Ghost. Ghost knew how to fight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you doing, bro, but you need some help in this department, because this wasn't it. It was not it. So now that he did that, you know, 2-Bit was the one who ended up killing the guy. Now 2-Bit's like, oh, I just saved your life, so you owe me another 20 bands right there, because if I wasn't here, you'd be dead. And he even helped him to clean off the stuff from the scene of the crime, because there was stuff that Tyreek touched, and he's about to just leave everything right there, like, mad sloppy. You could tell he ain't really about this, like, killing type of life. Like, yeah, he's in the drug game now, but he's like the higher class version of it. Like, he ain't about the dirty, you know? Like, we could tell 2-Bit's been doing this for a little minute. You know, he's like, yo, clean off the stuff that you touch. What's wrong with you? So, yeah, now when Tyreek ends up going back to sit down with the family and pretty much let them know, like, let Kane know that there was no nachos, but they also sent him a picture to the burner phone that he had of the dude, like, yeah, I got this. Now it all comes together, and now he really knows, and now he don't trust Monet and them, because he feels like, alright, so they just put a hit out on me? Like, really? You know, and he heard Kane's voice, because Kane decided when Tyreek tried to call him, no, actually, he called Tyreek and started talking. So, boom, 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 right there, you letting it be known that it's you, because Tyreek realized his voice. So it just made Tyreek kind of look at them all like, yo, what's up with this? Like, this shit is crazy right here. We're all sitting together. Y'all trying to kill me? Nah, this ain't it. So Monique, she goes to Zeke's school or whatever, and Carrie, she was there, and it was kind of like a weird vibe, you know, because I feel like Monet, she kind of sensed that something might be going on with Carrie, but obviously she has no proof. But I feel like she has very good intuition, and she notices little things about them and their posture, whatever. And obviously she knows them because they're her kids, or, you know, their family to her. So she just kind of looked at her like, yeah. She's like, I hope you're not doing nothing to get yourself into trouble out here. You know, you got to stay focused, because at the end of the day, he's the one that's supposed to help them to get out. Well, I don't know if their end goal is to try to get out of this life, but that's what Zeke feels like he's trying to accomplish. He almost spilled the beans to Carrie earlier when he was telling her. So Effie ends up seeing Brayden, and it's crazy because they just had a conversation, Effie and Tyreek, where Tyreek was telling her that she could stay a little bit longer, and she's like, are you sure? Because, you know, I don't know if Brayden's not going to have a problem with me staying in your room, because I feel like he had a thing for me or whatever. He's like, nah, everything's all good. And I'm like, that right there is going to cause a problem, because he already told Brayden, his boy, that he wasn't going to be moving this powder or whatever, and now he's doing it with her. And Brayden had already questioned him and asked him about it, and he was just like, oh, nah, like, I ain't see Effie, I don't know who's doing it. You know, he kind of lied to him right in his face. So it's like, that's supposed to be your business partner, and you're lying to them. And now Effie sees him, and he even asked if Effie was there. He said no. So now she pretty much reveals that because she was tight with him, because they were supposed to meet up, but after all of this went down and he was kind of over it, she reveals that she's been there, they was working together, they was moving whatever, and yeah, she just kind of lets him know. And you could see the hurt in his face, you could see that he was upset, you know, a little bit of everything, because now he finds out that his boy, aka business partner, roommate, was lying to him. I'm like, it almost went smooth, but she's a woman scorned, so she ain't really care at that point, because she felt like she got played. She even sent him a text message like, F you, because he's talking about, oh, I can't see you. After he asked her to stay, like, he said he was going to allow her to stay a few more days, because initially she was only supposed to be there for the weekend. So now Kane, he messed up because he almost got his cousin taken out. His cousin was at a little party after the whole homecoming thing was going down in the recruiting session, you know, just kind of unwind with his boys. And that's another thing. That Drew dude, well, not Drew, because Drew's his brother, but the boy that Drew likes pisses me off, because he's so scared about people knowing who he is. I mean, I get it, but then I feel bad for Drew, because Drew already got his heart invested in this, and the dude is so on the low and just trying to fit in, and he's scared what, I guess, his family would think. He doesn't want his boys to look at him funny. He doesn't want the people on the team to look at him funny. So he's portraying this character and trying to dance with girls and, you know, just pretend to be somebody he's not. Meanwhile, Drew is getting more and more caught up in wanting to be with him. So anyway, back to this. So now they outside, they walking, them G2G boys kind of run up on them and try to take Zeke out, because they know that Zeke is the person that if they was to do anything to him and mess up his career, and he was pointing it straight at his knee, if they do anything to him and mess up his career, then that is going to crush Monet. So that's what they was trying to do, because they feel like Kane set up their boy to die at the hands of Tyreek, because I guess he hyped it up so much, like, oh, Tyreek ain't nothing, you know, you could get him, and then he ends up getting killed and all that. So it's like they felt like it was all a whole setup, because initially they didn't even want to work with them anymore like that, because they too flashy and stuff. So yeah, that dude was like, yo, this is never going to end. We got to do something because this is how it works. Drew tried to shut the whole shit down, and Drew actually ended up being the hero in this situation, but it kind of got flipped initially when he went back home. Everybody was looking at him crazy. Even his boy toy, like, seen him get crazy because he was about to kill that guy. He had that fire inside of him. So it's like, even though he looks soft, he still got that monster within him. Like, he was pointing the gun straight at the dude, straight at the other ones. I'm like, yo, dude is busting up right now. He really took control of the situation, but Zeke wasn't really happy with him. Zeke looked like he was tight, and I'm like, how you mad at him for holding a gun at the other dude who tried to end your career? It's like everybody was treating him like he was the one that caused this, but at the end of the day, they didn't realize that it wasn't him. Like, he didn't bring none of this to them. It was actually Kane. But it did get revealed later on because Tyreek ended up telling his mother what happened, and she called Tejada, and she just let it be known, like, okay, I know who you are. I know your wife. Y'all put a hit out on my kid, so this needs to be corrected. So once all of that went down, it's like it all comes back to Kane. So now they know that Kane is a big problem, causing things to kind of get twisted. So Monet was like, yo, she can't be calling him anymore. She don't run nothing, but I understand. She's your mother, so she wants to make sure you're good. She was like, I see that he's a liability, so he's done. He's like, yo, at the end of the day, that's still your son. That's still your blood, so you're not going to put nobody over your son. But she was like, he's a liability right now. So if he's to run up on you, if he's to try to get you, whatever, these are the streets, so you got to do what you got to do. But I also don't want to see you seeking him out, trying to do nothing to him either. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get you. So it's like, you could defend yourself, but don't come after my son because I already put him out there. So she already gave him money so he could be out, which I'm pretty sure the hard-headed man that he is, he ain't going to be out nowhere. He going to be right back, you know, causing mayhem. And he's already vexed even more now because now this dude is like replacing you. So it's like, now you choosing him over me, your own flesh and blood. I got you. Like, this dude about to be on some real crazy stuff. I would be surprised if he fall back. I highly doubt it. But that's pretty much how that went down. Like, when they had their little conversation. So I'm curious to see how Kane kind of handles this now. And I feel like now Tyreek really knows he got to be on his P's and Q's. He really needs to do some type of self-defense class or something because what he was doing was not it. Like, unless this dude Two Bit is about to be your bodyguard, you need to step it up, brother, because this is not the life to not know how to fight, you know. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one.